6:42 AM. Guess that's a good thing about camping in Scotland. You can pitch up whenever you want. I think I'm starting to lose my mind out here.
I'm going to use the stair.
A little pricey as well. Balmaha. I want a good night's sleep tonight, please, boss. It all looks proper pucker gear though. Look at that. Oh my days. Morning scenes. Gotta get off to a good start with a big fat Mackie's breakfast. It's weird how the dodgiest thing about walking 100 miles on your own through Scottish Highlands is walking the 2 minutes through the Bradford city centre at this time of morning.
This is a TransPennine Express service to Glasgow Central. Exiting this station.
I'm now heading for my third train of the day. I had to get a train from Bradford to Preston, and then from Preston up to Glasgow Central, and then I've just got to walk 10 minutes round to Glasgow Queen Street to get the last train to Milngavie. So we're nearly there.
Terminates here. Please ensure that you...
And boom, we're off. Big scram to start the hike. Yeah, boy. So 96 miles, probably end up doing over 100, going back and forth to collect the camera. You know how it is. Today it's looking like I'll probably do about 15 miles or so. I'm just going to keep hiking till it starts getting dark and then look for somewhere to pitch. It's about 12 o'clock now, so we've got a good 7-8 hours of hiking to do, which is pretty cool. Steak bake, hooker. So the West Highland Way, 96 miles, hoping to do it over 6 days, maybe 5. We'll have to see. And I've not actually booked my return ticket either for the train, so I'm just going to wait till I sort of know what day I plan on finishing. That way I can take my time, no rush, and just see what happens. And if you're hoping for a proper arty-farty sort of film, probably not going to be the one this. Just going to be a nice vlog, chatting plenty of shite, eating plenty of shite, but having a good time. And that's what it's all about. And we're going to be strictly wild camping as well along the route. No campsites, no permits, wild camping all the way. If terrain were all like this, we'd be bloody laughing. But you and me both know it's not going to be. Going to be plenty of challenges. Might even get difficult at times, you never know. But I'm looking forward to it. Three miles in, I'm just walking past this little loch. Or is it a lochen? Or a loch? I don't know, but on one of my previous videos, I called it the halfway loch, going up Ben Nevis. And I had a load of Scottish folk in comments giving me shit. So I think if it's a small loch, is it a lochen? I don't know. Or is it how I'm saying loch? That's wrong. Is it loch? Do I have to bring my inner Welsh out and go loch? I don't know. Let me know in the comments though. But on my map, this says loch. Or loch. Or loch. I don't know. One thing that I need to make sure I'm doing is drinking enough and keeping well hydrated. That's just cool. Oh, obviously I'm going to have a go on that. Looks like it's about to snap, that thing. Yeah, proceed with caution on that swing. Sick. Can't be a bit of bully. Oh mate, some proper motors round here. There's just defenders, left, right and centre. Quality. Haste your back. Milngavie, 4 miles. Fort William, 92 miles. But shit man, it is actually pretty warm, you know. The weather all week is looking spot on. Pretty much like it is today. Quite cloudy, but pretty warm. And it's not too bad being cloudy, because I don't want that sun beaming down on my slap head if I take my hat off when I get too warm. And the most important thing is, there is 0 rain forecast. So that's pretty cool. Temperatures are pretty varied, from highs of 16, I think on Wednesday, down to 1 degree. So make of that what you will. I've brought my lightest camping quilt that I own, but we should be absolutely fine. A little bits of road walking every now and then, which isn't too bad because it just breaks it up a little bit, at least for these first few stages anyway. Look at them little guys. Oh. Hey up, now we're talking. Proper opened up now. You can see all the mountains in distance. We've got one there as well. Not sure if that's actually a mountain or just a big hill, but either way it's good to see. Closing in on 3 man them there. Fellow hikers. And judging by the size of kit they're carrying, they must be backpacking the West Highland Way. I actually feel a bit unprepared kit wise, or underpacked, because I seem to be the only one that's got a lightweight little pack. And I guess it just depends what sort of gear you've got really, doesn't it? Because I think this time last year my pack would have been the same, pretty bulky. But I've got my lightweight kit fully dialed in now, I'd say. Well, I'll say that when I'm shivering on Wednesday when it's down to 1 degree and these lot are all wrapped up in nice warm gear, I'm going to be one that looks like a bit of a knobhead then. One of the downsides to overtaking people is when I put camera down to do my little walk by scenes, I bet they think, what's that fucking idiot doing? A quick little tip as well, when you're loading your backpack, try not to have loads of sort of loose stuff swinging off at the back, like pots and pans and mugs and stuff. Just try get them inside the pack, because even then when I was passing people, I can hear shit jangling about and that, and I don't know, that'd drive me crazy, that I think. Well, I say that, I've got a BLT strapped at the back of mine, but at least it's not making any noise, because after 96 miles, yeah, it'd start to do my nut right in. And these clouds seem to be disappearing a little bit. Bit of a blue sky coming through. I'll have to start donning sunnies soon. My cap's gone all red because of this hoodie that I'm wearing. I love walking through a gate shop near. Slop. I must say, this has got to be a trail runner's dream, or just a runner's dream, this area. These first few 6 miles or so just ease you into the hike, nice and flat, easy to navigate, really decent paths as well. So as a little warm up to the hike, just to settle you in, get you going, it's spot on. Yeah, I could do with pacing myself a little bit more. I passed a big group of people near that last gate, and then there were just 2 more people there. And then if I swing you around, we're closing in on another little group. But I'm certainly not rushing. I'm just going at the normal pace that I would hike at. Well, my theory is if I do the hike at a nice, reasonable pace, then once I do get pitched up, that's more time to chill and relax then, and rest the legs. Wait till I get some AC/DC smashed on in headphones. Then we'll be moving at some pace. That gets shit going, trust me. 7 miles in, you've got a nice option to eat there at the beech tree. Bar snacks, beer garden, cakes, drinks, tea, soup, hot chocolate, coffees, toasties. why not join us and rest your feet? Well, I won't be going for no scran, but I will be making most of that. Down as much as you can while you're here, and then refill. And then for this one, a must-have on any long-distance hike for me. Pop a nice little electrolyte in there. Good little spot that there, 7 miles in. Top up your water, bit of scran if you need to. The beach treat in. Honesty box. Let's have a look in here. See what we got. There you go, look. So if you forget your midge head net, good place to get one from. So that's about 7.5 miles in. Turnip the beat, little honesty box. A little pricey as well, but I suppose it's to be expected. It all looks proper pucker gear though, no budget stuff. I was expecting just like a standard Mars bar or something, can of Dr Pepper or whatever, but nah, it all fancy stuff. But if you had no and you needed a little energy boost, at least you know there's a few snacks there, some supplies. 4 mile to Drymen, or Drymen. It's Drymen, isn't it? Ooh, that guy was flying. We've got another honesty box here. £1.50 each, except cornettos, £2 each. Now that is a better honesty box. 2 squid, cornetto, can't argue with that. So that's about 9.5 miles in. They had Coca-Cola cans, various different ice lollies and stuff, bottles of water as well, I think. Then again, I don't know when last time I had a cornetto was, but either my hands have got bigger or they've got smaller. Still, nice though. So good. Hey up, got to another one, the baking shed. Everything £2.
What did you go for?
Chocolate brownie. I'm a sucker for those honesty boxes. Got myself a nice chocolate brownie. Yeah, cracking little brownie that. Really nice. Quick little energy boost as well, stuff like that. Hopefully it won't a space cake. Otherwise I'll be snoozing in next mile. I'm 11 miles in so far. It's 10 to 3. And Drymen is about a mile or so away, which usually is a good place to stop. But with it being so early, I'm going to carry on, crack on, head up into the forest somewhere for tonight's camp, possibly. I have actually been informed. I'm a little bit gutted about it, but it is what it is. What can you do? Conic Hill is closed. The footpath anyway, they've closed it off because they're rebuilding footpath or something. Typical that though, innit? Of all the weeks, in all the years, I've had this booked for months and they decide to rebuild bloody path day I set off. Typical that. But what can we do? It is what it is. It's only a really small section of the trail, so we just got to deal with it. There's a little diversion anyway for like a mile, so I'm just going to crack on and we might end up at Balmaha, is it? Balmaha. Something like that anyway. I'll have a quick check on old phone. Yeah, so Drymen is about 12 miles in and then you can carry on down to Balmaha. However, I know for a fact when you hit Balmaha, you're in the no camping zone where you need a permit. So we're gonna have to be pretty stealthy if we're gonna be camping down there. I'll make a decision when we get to Drymen whether I'll head up into the forest and pitch up just before the no camping permit zone, or we crack on and we just find somewhere a little bit stealthy. But so far I'm feeling really good. And when we get to Drymen, I might have to think about a resupply as well with food. I know I've eaten quite a lot, but obviously I need my tea for tonight. I have got a sausage roll in my pocket, and I've got that BLT strapped at the back of my bag, if it's still there, from Greg's. So I've got my tea. I don't really want to tuck into dehydrated camping meals yet. Not when we've passed so many places to get food. So I've got to Drymen now. There's a bakery, a deli. We've got a spa here, cash machine as well, in case you need some for them honesty boxes. Right, so I've been to the spa. I got myself a pepperoni pizza flatbread. But to balance it out, because I've been eating nothing but shite, I got some fresh strawberries, so they'll be nice. So I'm just going to chill out for 20 minutes, have my first break of the day, which I'd say is well deserved after 12 mile. But first, I better take a photo with this receipt. This is definitely going on expenses. Oh yes, this bench has got my name all over it. Now I wonder how many people are going to get to the start of Conic Hill to realise it's closed, because I definitely wouldn't have known about it if my mate Michael, who's actually doing the West Highland Way next week, hadn't have told me. So I'd have been none the wiser, but at least I knew about it in advance. Dry them bad boys out. I know they said ready to eat hot or cold. It'd have been certainly better hot, because it's a little bit dry. Right, I've had my little break. It's probably time to get this Conic Hill diversion out of the way, and we'll head for Balmaha. Once we get around this corner, you might be able to see it, but basically there's an helicopter dropping a load of stone off, or a load of bricks off, up on Conic Hill, so they can repair the path, hence why it's closed. And off it goes. Fair play. What a job that'd be. Cruising about in that. Now that, my friends, is our first look at Loch Lomond. And we're going to be seeing a lot of that over this next day or two. So I'm in Balmaha now, just past the Oak Tree Inn. Someone just spotted me. First time I've been spotted so far. You right, Liam? Sorry I didn't catch your name, but we've got some miles to do. So just come to see this mush for a second. Tom Weir, or Ware, Tom Weir MBE, Scotland's most loved mountain man. Fair play, this guy's a G. We get a selfie. Right, pop? Mate, how class is this? You can top your water up. That is actually proper sick. Cool if more places had stuff like that. Just taps to fill your water up. Free water. You don't get no for free these days. Love that. So we are now in the depths of the no camping zone. Hermit only, I'm afraid, or campsites. And that's for a good, I don't know, it might be another 15 mile or so. So we certainly won't be getting out of that today. Look at that, eh? What a view. That is quality. This view, man. Unreal, that. Especially this time of day as well. Tea time, couple hours before sunset. About to hit that golden hour. Do you know what? It'd be quality to pitch up here, but it's not going to be possible. A, my tent's not freestanding, so I'd struggle to get a peg in this ground. And B, I don't want all this sandy, pebbly shit all over all my stuff. No, thank you. Right, let's crack on. So the path for Loch Lomond is there. And just up here, I've just spotted a little flat grass patch. There is a bit of a road up there as well, but that should quieten down in the next hour or so. And hopefully they stop working on Conic Hill soon, because I can still hear that helicopter. I want a good night's sleep tonight, please, boss. Right, let's clear all this ground. Make sure there's no twigs or rocks are out poking through. And then we'll get his tent smashed up. Right guys, all pitched up now. Just need to tighten guy lines a little bit. Get it nice and taut. Obviously I'm going to close the door before I do that. We are on a slight slant, but because it's a 2-person tent, one side of the tent isn't too bad. It's quite flat, so I'll just push my mat to that side. What I am slightly concerned about is the amount of twigs and stuff underneath poking through, and I didn't bring a ground sheet for this. But yeah, all pitched up in the Bonfuss Duos 2P, right next to Loch Lomond. So it's now about 6:20. Sunset is about 8:30, 20 to 9ish. So I'm just going to chill out for a bit now. We might even get a sunset. It's really bright there behind camera. But I reckon I should probably just rest up, rest these legs, rest these feet. Because although I feel absolutely fine today, I could have cracked on for another few miles easily. But I just know tomorrow is going to be a big one. Bossing this Loch Lomond and completing it. I want to completely finish Loch Lomond tomorrow, definitely. And I know that is going to be a bit of a slog. Hard going on the knees as well, up and down, all little tree trunks in ground and that, and roots. That's what I meant, not trunks. Roots. All the tree roots, all over the paths and that. So it just sort of slows you down. But yeah, buzzing. Might even have some scran as well. I've actually had that sarnie on my rucksack since 11:30 this morning at Greg's, whatever it was, 11:45. I'm sure it'll be fine. Just been baking into sun all day. I got some spare guy line that came with tent because there's a few additional tie-out points, but I don't think I'm going to use them, to be honest. So I'm going to borrow a bit of this guy line. I'm going to make a little washing line so I can just hang my socks up there. That'll do. Sorted. Look at the size of him, man. Whoa. Wu-Tang Killer Bees on the swarm. He's getting mad because he's stuck in between bug net and outer fly. Good body on that though, man. Oh, he's getting angry. You need to go down there, pal. Underneath the fly sheet. Sounds like a bloody crosser. KTM 250. So do a little stealth test. I'm on the path now, walking along. My tent is to the right. And no, you can't see it. You can, just there in between the two trees. But you'd really have to be looking out for it to notice it. I'm just gonna go see if I can get next to this loch. I'm supposed to be resting up. I just can't help myself, can I? But gotta go check these views out, man. What can I say? What can you say to that? Time to eat this bad boy. Cold sausage roll. Oh, this is going to get crumbs everywhere, innit? I have to eat it off this bag. Still alright though. So I'm really pleased with progress that I've made so far today. I'll put a little screenshot up on screen so you can sort of see my location in comparison to the full length of the trail. And you'll be able to see how far up I am. So it's looking like so far 5 days. That's what I'm estimating. Another 4 days after today. So now I'm just going to chill out and kick back, get some well-deserved rest. I've got this sausage roll to eat, and I've got a roast chicken and bacon club baguette. I'm sure I thought this were a BLT. I've got that to scran, sausage roll to scran, and then it won't be long before I go to sleep. Early start tomorrow, so I'll see you in the morning. Peace out. Yo, morning people. Well, there's no chance of sleeping in, is there? Bloody dawn chorus going on. Sounding like a full orchestra this morning. So I think the plan is to head off pretty early. I'm going to make a brew, start packing away, brush my teeth and that, and then we'll get moving. Jeez. Fucking hell, son. Fuck me. First time using this little BRS. She makes some noise. You'd think Millennium Falcon were jumping into light speed. Sounds like a bloody jet. We are going to keep hold of this. So I don't trust it falling over. So you might have seen that I did a full gear rundown of everything that I've brought with me. I'll link that video in the description actually, so check that out. So I've got some lattes. Enough for a week, probably too many actually. And for breakfast, I've got a couple of Pop-Tarts, but they're proper mashed up, man, now. Eating these Pop-Tarts is going to be easier said than done. I think I'm going to wait till I'm out of the tent. Some noises today, man. Some sheep's making a right bark. Or bar. There you go. Got a sore throat, that fella. Right, I'm going to start packing up actually. Let this brew cool down a little bit. Have that, and then let's bounce. So I've got some toothpaste tabs somewhere in here. Hay fever, allergy relief, anti-diarrhea, paracetamol. Or at least I thought I did. Oh yeah, there they are. Mitsubishi's. Better use it wisely, it's only a little stubby. It's a freestanding tent. Not one peg in. Okay, solid as a rock. Right, that's where I were pitched. Leave no trace, as always. Bags fully packed. Let's get moving. Day 2, the West Highland Way. 6:42 AM. We're on the trail. People. 20 to 7. Up and out. Bouncing. Loving it. Got my Pop-Tart. It's going to be a lot easier to eat this now I'm not in the tent. Crumbs and that all over the gaff. Loch Lomond is looking very mystical this morning. Hopefully I'll give you a good shot of that soon when it opens up. In fact, I better keep it down, haven't I? There's going to be a few people having a snooze. Having a lie in. But yeah, hyped for today. Even more buzzing because I've woke up feeling absolutely spot on. No aches or pains, no tiredness yet, but we are only on day 2. Let's see how I feel after another 20 mile navigating the banks of Loch Lomond. Good time to be up and about though. Hiking at this time of the morning is the best. Dawn chorus. Alt wildlife's out. Yeah. Oh, it's quality. Tell you what, fingers are freezing, you know. It got down to 2 degrees. I think it's still 2 degrees now. And I'd say I'm probably pushing the limit of my sleep system that I chose to bring. But I do have an extra one of these jumpers, these fleeces to put on. I slept in my other one, my Om, but if I'd have been too cold, I guess I could have doubled up and put this one on as well. But we should be all right. Definitely glad I bought the down pants though, because they made a big difference. Anyway, let's crack on and get some mileage in on day 2. Hoping to smash out another 20 miler today, easily. Get this Loch Lomond fully done. It's actually a little bit frosty. I did not think I'd see that end of April. Anyway, let's crack on. Crack on, Kecker. Yeah, I got distracted already. Let's get down to Loch Lomond. Look at that. Oh my days. Morning scenes. Morning scenes, mate. Dry as fuck. But we're doubling up on Pop-Tarts. We're going to be bouncing along this trail. I need to stop talking with my mouth full. Sorry, guys. I think this is... Whoa, I nearly slipped then just as I started recording. I think this is why people think this side of Loch Lomond's a bit tough going on day 2 or day 3, whatever you'd be on. Because there's all these like tree roots and stuff slowing you down. So you're having to really concentrate where you're walking. There's a few bits where you can sort of drop off the edge. But it's steady away. I don't want to be too loud, but loads of camper vans here. What an epic spot this is for a little park up. Overlooking Loch Lomond. Got benches. Chilling, man. Jeez. There's only so many times I can keep coming away from the trail to look at this. Do you know how hard it is to do B-roll on phone when it's not on a tripod? But yeah, just had to get a little shot of that. Stunning. The mirrored reflection in the water. Whew. Unreal is that. Proper soggy bastard, all this stuff. It's a bit like this where you got to make life decisions. Do you walk through the bog or do you walk through the ticks? Oh shit. But on a serious note, each night I will be checking myself for ticks. Obviously wearing shorts for alt trail so far, you're just upping those chances of getting one. And I've never had one, I don't think. Not knowingly anyway, I've never even seen one. The Rowardennan Hotel. So I've managed to top up on water at the Clansman. I think it's part of the Rowardennan Hotel. Well, I just went in Clansman hoping for a little spot of brekkie. It's only 9:10, but she said we're closed. Fair enough. I thought it'd be open for food. I could certainly smell some breakfast kicking, so unless I missed it, I don't know. To be fair, I've got plenty of food, enough for some breakfast anyway. I was just hoping to make most of the facilities, charge me phone and that. But oh well, it is what it is. So that were Rowardennan. I guess now we bash on. See what today brings. Feeling really good though, buzzing to be out here. And just look at these views, man. Look at the weather. When do I get this weather? I don't want to jinx it, but I don't want to see any clag on this trip. I don't want to see a drop of rain on this trip either. I'm hoping I don't have to get them waterproofs out whatsoever. That will be a successful trip. That'll be beyond a successful trip. I guess completing it will be what makes it successful. But so far, moving well. Now I've hit Rowardennan, I'm starting to see a lot more people now. All getting up, starting their adventures for the day. Yeah, it's so good.
I don't think we do sandwiches, do we? Let's do a...
I've just passed another honesty box just after Rowardennan. Pretty decent, that one. I've bagged myself 2 cheese and pickle sandwiches and a bag of crisps. You can pay by cash, or there's actually a QR code that you can scan, so you can pay by PayPal, so that's pretty decent. I did that, so I'm going to tuck in some cheese and pickle sandwiches. What a breakfast. And a bag of crisps as well. In fact, I'm going to make a crisp butty out of one of them. Crisp butty. That's the way to be. Oh, and actually, it's worth noting, you can actually buy gas from that honesty box. So if you're worried that you're running out of gas, Rowardennan is the place to be. Obviously don't bank on it because they might not always have them in. But just as a little backup, you never know. It's worth checking out just in case you run out or you just want to bring a small gas. Now I'm pretty sure I'm at the section where it splits off. So if you head to the left, you can do the low route. It's a lot more scenic, looking at Loch Lomond. Or you can do the higher route, which is supposed to be a lot easier on the feet and a lot quicker to actually pass through. I'm going to do the low route because I just feel if we get more of a scenic view, then it should be worth it. And it's nice to have a little challenge as well. Now that is an epic pitch. That's the first time I've ever seen a Hillyberg Enan as well, or Enan, whatever they're called. Man's rocking Hillyberg down there. Well, woman. Fair play, man. What a tent. Yeah, this is a cool woodland. I'm not sure what these old buildings were here, but they look pretty old. Yeah, it's good to be out of that sun a little bit as well. It's a lot cooler in here. I think we're not too far from a bothy. I can't remember which one it is, but I'll defo show you it when I get there. In fact, I'm here. Nice little raised platform here. I'm guessing that's where you sleep. There's actually another one up there, look, if you fancy it. Can certainly smell that fire that's been roaring last night. Thought that were a bong then. It's not. Insect repellent. Someone's had a good night. Signed book as well. Time to crack up, and these bad boys have been carrying them all this way. And 2 packs of M&Ms. Could have bought them from Spy yesterday and saved a bit of weight. So that's the section where the high route brings you back, and then this is the low route. So if you are doing the high route and you still want to check out that bothy, just turn left at that little fork there, and it's not far on, just on your right hand side, just in case you want to check it out. Quite a few of these little bridges crossing these streams. So many water sources on this hike, so I won't worry about carrying too much water at any one given time, at least up until this point anyway. What a day. I can't believe I haven't put my sunnies on yet. There's certainly a few bits where you want to watch your footing, because it's quite a bit of a drop down there, and it'll be a shock to the system if you land in that Loch Lomond. Yeah, so just take your time on the more gnarlier sections. Great fun though, this has been my favourite part so far. Well, just today so far, along the banks of Loch Lomond. just all the ups and downs and the slightly technical bits ish, you know what I mean, where you get to navigate little branches and rocks, and there were some bits of loose scree and that at parts. It just makes it a bit more fun instead of walking on a flat path. Oh, they're all having fun out on Loch. My man's got speedboat out, fresh off Bullseye, 1980s. Fair play, that looks like the life. Snow-capped mountain over there. You can see bits of snow on one side. Look at these on cruise. Loch Lomond cruise. So we have got to Inversnaid. And that's the Inversnaid Hotel. Just round there. Guess who I've just bumped into? Andy from Backpacking UK. What a pleasant surprise. But yeah, it's good to see someone else out on the trail. Obviously I don't know him, but I've seen his videos. Yeah, it's been good to have a chat. Something smells really nice. You smell some pucker blues coming from somewhere. Proper strong. It's like being back in Bradford. Every other car I drive past, you can smell that. Oh. You can smell it. Pucker blues. Of West Highland Way. So the first time my feet ever touched down on Scottish soil was at the opposite side of this loch. It was my first time ever visiting Scotland last year, and I went up to do some mountain camping. I pulled in at one of the laybys just next to Loch Lomond. I think it's called Coolag Beach or something. I just pulled in for a break because I drove up from Bradford, so I'd been driving for like 5 hours or whatever. I chilled out for an hour or so, got back in to start the car, bang, bloody alternator belt snapped. So I stopped at the opposite side of Loch Lomond and I was stranded there for about 36 hours or something like that. But yeah, good times, good times. Thankfully, bloody hell, it's getting tight. Good job I've only got a small backpack on. Yeah, but thankfully I found a mobile mechanic from Glasgow who drove up and replaced it for me. But it did end up getting fixed anyway, and I got to do the camping that I set out to do. But yeah, good times. I guess that's a good thing about camping in Scotland. You can pitch up whenever you want. So they're either having an early night or they forgot to set an alarm and they're having a snooze. One hell of a snooze. 1:30. This is state terrain you're dealing with here. Just gotta keep your eyes on the floor at all times, really. Just watch every step, and then if you want to enjoy the view, just stop. Hey up, this is a rate ladder. Look at that. It's a steep one. I'd rather go up it than down it. think it's time for a break. It's 2:10 now. I've done 19.8 miles. That's the first time I've actually stopped and took my backpack off. So that's a nice relief. I'm going to do it same as I did yesterday. Take my trainers off for a bit, air my feet out. It's a really hot day. So although they've not got wet from the paths, they're sweating a bit. So it's good to air them out. What I don't want to do is get sand anywhere. Another buffet. Not a lot in here. We've got a raised platform. Someone's left a jumper. Oh. Yeah, not a lot. Another stove as well, if you want to light a fire. But yeah, if you fancy a night with the rats, come in there. So I've met back up with Andy from Backpacking UK. Hiya! Nice to have a bit of company when you've been walking on your own for a couple of days. Tell you what, it's nice to be out in this breeze now. I think we have more or less finished the full length of Loch Lomond. That is a bit of a slog, to be fair. Make sure, if you're planning on doing that in a day, give yourself plenty of time, because it's not as fast moving on the feet as like the first section from day one. Look at horns on that bastard. Cheers. So Benglass campsite. They've got a shop as well, so you can stock up on gas there as well if you need to, and get some essentials. Lovely little place down there to soak your feet. Nice little plunge pool. That's if you haven't soaked them enough walking 25 miles across Loch Lomond. Right, so I've just left Andy. It's been nice actually, to be fair. Most of my camps, as you'll know if you're a regular, are usually solo, especially ones that involve sort of long distance hiking. Obviously I've never met him before, but really, really decent bloke. But yeah, we're back at it now, cracking on solo. I have way gone past where I intended to stop for tonight. But all that means is the next couple of days will just be a little bit easier, I guess. But I'm not going to be hiking for too long now before I look for somewhere to pitch, rest up, get a good night's sleep, and we crack on again tomorrow. So I'm definitely aiming for Friday now, 100%. Fort William, 11 o'clock Friday morning. That is my finish time. So now it's just down to me to space out the remaining miles over the next 3 days and really enjoy this trail. Hey up, hey up. Look at that, eh? Wouldn't want to be under that when it fell, eh? I'm gonna, in a bit. Bloody hell. Oh, I'm getting stuck. That is very low. Low indeed. The out railway tracks there. Whoa, whoa. I think I'm starting to lose my mind out here. Right people, I think I found my camp spot for the night. Don't know if you can see that lovely rainbow in the background, but it's not a bad view. And I've got a little bench. I am literally on the path of the West Highland Way, and then there's just a little grass patch here. But it's getting pretty late on now, so I can't see too many people passing by. So I'm going to get this tent whacked up here, I reckon. I can actually feel a little spot of rain, you know. I don't want to see a drop of rain on this trip either. So I think I'll just get this tent up nice and quick.